Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we do apologize for being slightly late, but we hope that we're going to finish the program on time. I'd like to welcome everyone that is in this venue today. Welcome to the Hey Postgrad. So it's a wonderful idea that came from the desk of the SRC and Rhodes in the spirit of collaboration, as we are looking at collaborating with a lot of people and a lot of departments that are working with postgrads. I would also like to welcome the people that are joining us online. Please feel free to type in your questions, comments, and also feel free to participate throughout these presentations. We will be sharing on the screen so that you are able to engage with us today. So I will not dwell too much in terms of the purpose of the postgraduate orientation, particularly because I'll be presenting on it as the last speaker. But it is important for us to outline what today is all about. And I think to do that, we're going to call upon Mivuyo, Delasile, to do the welcoming for us, and also some icebreaker. She has been the biggest brain to this day. So she came to us with the idea of collaborating, and we loved her idea. So I think it's best and it's fitting if she explains to everyone who is here today what the idea is all about. Over to you.
Hello, everyone. I would like to formally welcome everyone to Hey Postgrad. Are you plugged in? Ladies and gentlemen, and those who do not identify, distinguished guests, both present here and joining us online, I'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. My name is Mivuyo Delasile. So the Center for Postgraduate Studies, in partnership with the Student Representative Council, welcomes you to the inauguration of the Postgraduate Orientation Program. This initiative is designed to familiarize new postgraduate students and their supervisors with the essential tools required for their research journey. In recognition of the vital overall well-being that, in recognition of the vital role that overall well-being plays in academic success and personal fulfillment, we have partnered with the Counseling Center and the Healthcare Center, who will provide insights into the resources and services available to support your mental well-being. I wish to express my gratitude to the representatives from each of the essential support services for their presence and dedication to enriching our community. Thank you. Now, I'd like to call on someone very special to help me facilitate our icebreaker. All right, so we're playing bingo. Has anybody played bingo before? Yeah. All right, I'll explain for the people that have not played before. So basically, we have a few prompts here, and you received a card that looks like this, right? Did everybody get one? All right, so Umbumi here will call out various prompts. So by number, for example, so she'll be like, let's go 2. And that's attended a research-focused webinar or online workshop. And if you have done that, you will cross out 2 if it appears on the bingo card. Does everybody understand? Lovely. Okay. All right, so bingo, right? What happens is you're going to cross out, let's say, the number that you identify with. Ne? So if I say 2, attended a research-focused webinar or online workshop, you look if there's a 2 there, and then you cross that out. Ne? Yes.
So I can see that if I'm not attended the workshop and I have the 2 here, I should cancel it out.
No. And then in order to win, it needs to be 5 in a row. You already have 1 that's free, right? And then it needs to be either diagonal, which is this way, horizontal, which is this way, or vertical. Ne. So it needs to be 5 in a row. Lovely. Are we all on the same page?
Yes.
Good. Over to Bumi.
I need a mic. Yes.
Oh, and when you get everything, you yell bingo, and then you'll be the winner.
Hi. I'm fully, okay. Okay, I'm thinking 7. You conducted a literature research to find sources for paper or projects. 7. Then we move on. 30. Participated in a research-focused discussion or debates with classmates. Guys, not all numbers are gonna be in your bingo card. So wow. 13, 1, 3. Okay, 16, 1, 6. Use citation management software to organize the research references.
We're not gonna have any winners here.
17,
17.
17. Presented your research findings to a class or academic group.
It was allowed to 7.
35, 35. Co-authored a paper or presentation with a classmate or colleague. 9. 9. Apply for an internship or a job related to your field of study. 15, 1, 5. Conducted interviews or focus groups with classmates or friends.
Go again. 1, 5.
1, 5. Conducted interviews or focus groups with classmates or friends. 21. 21. Can you read from the moment, sir? 21. Presented your research to classmates during a seminar.
Oh, you son.
24. Conducted a survey for a class project. 25. Received a small grant or scholarship for your research.
That's why. Oh, yellow.
28, which I wish you guys didn't get this. Received recognition or praise from your professor for your research efforts.
What?
11. Join a research lab or group on campus. Bingo! Bingo! Okay.
Congratulations, well done.
That is so beautiful. Congratulations, Postgrad. Thank you all of you guys for participating. Your presence is love and gratitude. I was nervous, but you guys made it fun. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All right, I hope you all had fun in participating in that. Now I'll go into my speech. So today I stand before you as Mivuyo Delasile, a second-year Master of Arts candidate, and I am your Postgraduate Affairs Counselor within the Student Representative Council of 2024. It is truly an honor to serve all of you in this capacity, and I am excited about the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. As an artist, I believe in the transformative power of creativity. Art has always been the center of my life, guiding my actions and shaping my perspectives. I firmly believe that by integrating artistic endeavors into the postgraduate experience, we can foster innovation, resilience, and critical thinking among our community. Through collaboration between different faculties and platforms to showcase the talents of our postgrads, we can create a vibrant and dynamic academic environment. I chose to run for this position because I am passionate about making a difference within our community. The postgraduate journey can be a solitary one, filled with academic rigor and uncertainty and tons of imposter syndrome. My goal as your PGA counselor is to create a nurturing environment that fosters camaraderie and support amongst the postgraduate students. I am acutely aware of the unique challenges faced by off-campus postgraduate students, having experienced them myself as an OPDAN. I am committed to ensuring that their voices are heard and their concerns are addressed. By building a stronger bond between the postgraduates and the SRC, we can foster a sense of unity and inclusivity across our diverse student body. I encourage all postgraduate students to be active participants within student governance, whether by becoming a faculty rep or participating in the various postgraduate forums that I will host throughout the year. Your inputs and ideas are essential to the success of this portfolio. Transparent communication is paramount to my approach, and I will provide regular updates to the postgrad community on relevant developments and decisions, and I will actively seek your feedback and suggestions to ensure that your voices are heard. As an advocate for overall well-being, I recognize that academic success is intertwined with an individual's basic needs being met. To address these feelings of isolation, I am committed to raising awareness of the support networks and organizing social events that bring postgraduate students together. In closing, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude for the opportunity to serve as your PGA counselor. My door is always open, and I look forward to working with you to create a fulfilling postgraduate environment that is enriching for all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mivuyo, for that presentation. And also, thank you very much for the icebreaker. I think just to apologize for the people online, this is not an exclusion for you. But we should have thought about a better way to actually have the same game for you online. But we always strive to include everyone, including those who are online. The next speaker for today comes from the Counseling Center, Dr. Lewis, who is going to be presenting to us about mental health and also the services that they have in her center. Over to you, Dr. Lewis.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So mine is to share about our services that we offer. So as you know, I'm Christine. I'm at the Counseling Center. I'm the manager of the Counseling Center. So I'm going to give you an overview of what we offer and just opening it up for questions at the end. Okay. So just to locate our services. So we form part of the Division of Student Services and Development, and we fall under the Student Wellness Division. So the Student Wellness Division is made up of 4 sections: the Counseling Center, Career Center, Healthcare Center, and back then the HIV unit that's now renamed. So I'm going to speak about the Counseling Center. So in terms of our services, I'm going to focus on from the top. If you look at the light green round circle, we offer free short-term therapy. We offer a minimum of 6 sessions. But if there's a need for more, that is something that you'll negotiate with your psychologist. So at the base, we offer 6 free counseling sessions. If there's a need for a long-term therapy process, that's fine. Sometimes you just need 1 or 2 sessions, and that's okay as well. Then we also offer assessments. These are psychological assessments. They are free for Rhodes University students. These are very expensive. So if you have, let's say, slower writing speed, or maybe you think you have what you call ADHD or something like that, we can assist you to confirm that. We'll do the necessary recommendations to put you in touch for like medication if there's a need for that. But obviously, as postgrads, you guys have mastered undergrad, so I think you guys are good to go. Then, then in terms of workshops, we do offer workshops on request. So if there's a need for a particular topic that's in our domain, we can offer that. But currently we offer what you call SMASH workshops. SMASH stands for Student Mental, Academic and Social Health. It is a platform that speaks about various topics. So currently we're having Navigating Change. And so these are pre-recorded sessions and they're available on our Instagram, our YouTube account, and the live interaction session will be going live tomorrow at 4:30. If you want to have a discussion, have a chat with psychologists and ask them, about possible questions. So look out for that. An email was sent out to the student population. So look out for the SMASH webinars. Those will be happening weekly, and the interaction sessions are on a Tuesday. Okay, then we have what you call an on-call emergency. So there's a psychologist available every hour of the day from Monday to Friday to attend to a psychological emergency. So if you do not have a session and you feeling desperately need to speak to somebody or something happened, it's a psychological emergency, you can go to the counseling center or email the counseling center and you'll be seen by a psychologist. Then we also have support groups. So we have various support groups that we offer. So if I recall on our record, the postgraduate support group that we had in, I think 2020, that was the longest run postgrad support group. So if you guys are open to that, obviously I'll speak to the necessary people and we can facilitate that. That is quite a supportive system in place. You learn from peers. It's invaluable information that you gather. So that is also something that we offer. Obviously, different groups. If it's anxiety, depression, bereavement, we offer different group psychotherapy. Then we also work very closely with the anti-harassment office, the equity and the new name, I just forgot it. But any cases of anti-harassment, cyberbullying, sexual assault, we work very close with the office. So referrals to and forth is what we offer. We also have what you call wellness leaders. These are students on campus, student-led programs for students by students. And it's basically psychoeducational in the sense that they promote mental health. They do a lot of activations throughout the year, so look out for that. It's a platform for you to engage as well. Then just to note, we do pre and post HIV counseling at the healthcare center. We also have what you call ER24 and higher health as our after-hour support services. As I said, we open from Monday to Friday. We do a lot of community engagement work. And we also offer mental health awareness projects. I know my time is up, but here is a slide with all the information that you might need to email us. Where are we located? We're located at Steve Biko Building, top floor, but you can always email the counseling center. You can ask for a face-to-face session, or if you prefer a Zoom session, if you prefer a telephonic session, that's fine. Just indicate that. Yeah, okay, thanks.
Thank you very much, Doc, for that presentation. Colleagues, friends, we are going to have a Q&A just after all the presentations are done. Our next speaker comes from the Healthcare Center, who is Mr. Mxalisa, who's going to be speaking to us about their services. He's not here? Okay. Then your next speaker is me. So I don't remember introducing myself, and that was a deliberate thing. So my name is Asiphe Mxalisa, and I am from the Center for Postgraduate Studies. This is our launch together with the SRC, launching the Postgraduate Orientation Program. This program, we piloted it last year, and it was an accredited short course. It is still an accredited, it is still a short course, but it is a non-accredited one. I'm going to talk to you about it and also explain some of the services that we have, or engagements rather, not services, engagements that we have. So at the Center for Postgraduate Studies, believe it or not, with all the work that we do, this is the only team that we have. Of course, we come from a university that is pretty small, but we are led by Professor Suma Kena, who cannot be with us today, but surely she's joining online. And then myself as a lecturer in that department, as well as Fokazi Mangai, who's an assistant to the director, she's outside. Oluwatu Moros was an intern. I work closely with him. So he has been the person that has been working on the posters, the communication, and in any other engagement, he's going to be the one that is communicating with you for the time being, as well as Oandi Swandubela, who's an intern working closely with Fokazi Mangai, and Shiloh Mash, who's the project administrator. Now, just before we begin with the presentation, I thought when you're dealing with postgrads, you're dealing with fairly young people who are good at the social media things. So please go to WordClap and enter that code just to state, why did you decide to do your postgrad studies? I mean, you could have taken a gap year or actually started working. Or why did you choose to do your postgrad studies? So if you can go there quickly. Okay, some interesting things coming. So Peter, I can't share the screen, but I see more money. Sako, we son. Need you to continue to build knowledge, to be a doc, not miss. And there's a lot of those to be called doctor. To further my studies, to be a researcher. For that breakdown. Boost my knowledge, academic validation, for difference, fear of being unemployed. Okay. So these are all legit reasons, but unfortunately for the person that said more money, I don't actually think in academia they use. So if you want to be in academia, you need to be in it because you're passionate about it. So passion pays, I guess. But if you want to take it out to corporate where they require postgrad, I think it is actually a good idea for you to continue. But either way, all the reasons that are mentioned today, require one thing. Even if there's a video that says even if, right? Even if you came here because you feared unemployment, you will need support to finish what you have started. And I am here today to motivate you to say, finish what you have started. Back in 2017, I decided to do my honors, and I have all my degrees from Nelson Mandela University, except for PhD, which will be from here. So I did my honors because I feared unemployment. And the only thing I wanted to do was to cram the content and move on. But after doing my honors, I fell in love with research. I know it's gonna trigger so many people to anger, but I just love books. I do. So my reason for postgrad is that, but even though I am doing something that I really love, which is in my last year of PhD now, it is not easy. There are some times where I just hate it, strong word, hate. There are times where I think I could have been rich by now if I went to work for government. But I am always a person that finishes what they have started. So we are here to say, finish what you have started, and we are here to support you. I would play this video, but I think it's gonna eat out on our time. But this is how we are going to make sure that your journey is better and sweeter with us. These are the activities, engagements, opportunities that we have at the Center for Postgraduate Studies. It is very important for us to explain these activities and engagements that we have because in things like postgraduate conference, we usually receive less of attendance than we have today. And in workshops that we have online, we usually see attendance from people who are outside Rhodes University, as if we don't have postgraduate students. So what is a postgraduate conference? A postgraduate conference takes place annually here at Rhodes University. In this postgraduate conference, there are presentations by all postgraduate students from the institution, from postgrad diploma up to PhD level. A lot of people think presenting in a conference is for people who have established themselves as researchers, or at least to have papers that are already done or theses that are done. I'm here to tell you not all of them. There are some, but not all of them. I started presenting in conferences when I understood that it's actually beneficial if you present a work in progress, so that people engage your work and so that you can get a sense that people really understand your work. I've come to realize since last year that in actual fact, for funding, they usually request conferences to give you funding. So this conference can also be an opportunity for you to get funding, because you can have, there's something that is, there's a CV that academics have, I forgot the name, but it's a brief CV, right, shortened. This is the CV that you write all the conferences, all the papers, and all the workshops that you have done. And that is experience, and that will lend you a space and a place in academia. So we usually invite supervisors to come into the conference in order to support their students, but most importantly for you to practice your presentation skills. The one big thing that you will be seeing weekly is workshops. So we have about 30 hands-on workshops by experts on so many discussions like data collection, analysis, AI, using AI for citation. We're going to have one pretty soon. Mindfulness workshops in order to assist you to balance your work and any other life, and also to balance your mental health. So these workshops are in a form of 1 hour, 30 minutes, or sometimes an hour. And all our workshops are online. The communication is always done weekly to actually advertise these workshops. They are free of charge. And in other institutions, you pay to attend workshops. So at Rhodes, you get them for free. We have something that postgraduate students love so much at Rhodes University, which are writing retreats. This year, we are having 4 writing retreats. One is going to be on campus. One is going to be off campus. The off-campus writing retreats are usually at Asiphe trails. You do not pay to attend those ones. However, the demand for writing retreats is a lot. So I usually send out emails on Monday around 8 to advertise a writing retreat. And by 8:20, we already have about 80-something registrations. That means postgraduate students need a space and an environment to write peacefully and to be out of the daily noise that we experience. Unfortunately, our writing retreats only can take 25. Now, I know when I meet people and say my name, they always bash me for the writing retreats. You never accept me. Please understand that we try by all means to actually ensure that everyone who is a postgraduate student here who applies for the writing retreats go to at least one of the writing retreats in a year. So there's a lot of admin work that is involved in there. But what we have done this year was to come up with an idea of having on-campus writing retreats. At least for those ones, the numbers are not going to be as kept. The on-campus writing retreats, you write in a specific venue. If it's this one, you write here. In a writing retreat, you write according to Pomodoros, which is 25-minute writing intervals. So you focus for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break, you focus for 25, up until 4 Pomodoros, and then you take a break. This is something that you can actually try out as you are working at home. You Google POMODORO. It will show you a timer on Google. You put it there to give your back a break. When you're a postgrad student, something that I need to share with you, you're going to experience back pains. Doesn't mean that you are too old. It's just the amount of time that you actually sit down. So it's very important to take those 5-minute break. And in actual fact, if you can practice Pomodoros in a day, you would realize that you do a lot of work that you would have done sitting in a library for 10 hours. We also have an exciting 3-minute thesis competition, and the process has started already. In this competition, you submit a 3-minute video explaining your research or research idea in a way that anybody can understand it. If you go to our YouTube page at CPGS and see the engagement on all of the 3-minute theses that have been submitted, you will realize that in actual fact, those people have research that has touched global reading. So when someone is Googling, for example, my research is on gender. So when someone is Googling student experiences of gender, if I have a 3-minute thesis, they will click on that video and understand the gist of it in just 3 minutes. So that means you are actually extending the bounds of research into different communities. The other thing is, when you are applying for opportunities, these opportunities such as conferences you want to attend, or you want to be a speaker, or you actually want to be an ambassador. When you apply for those, they usually ask for YouTube links of your engagements. Have you ever come across such applications? They will say, please attach a link where you have been engaging, because not all of us have been in panels or presented in conferences. Attaching that 3-minute thesis video gives them an idea of your research focus. But then again, we have prizes, which is the last thing I wanted to talk about. So we have prizes that are vouchers, Pick and Pay vouchers. And the fortunate part about that is that we do not discriminate which side of Pick and Pay you go to. So we range from 1,000 rand packages, laptops, and we give them to top 20. And in the past 2 years, we've actually received applications about 20. So that means everyone who has submitted wins. But 2 top PhDs from the 3-minute thesis go then to represent Rhodes University on a national level. And in the national level, there are bigger prizes like 15,000, just a 3-minute video. And guess what? The judgment is not based on the creativity of the video. In actual fact, you will be disqualified if you are being too creative. You just take your phone, you stand and record yourself for 3 minutes. That's it. So or you can have one slide, just one, and then do the presentation. Free money. We have short courses. I joined Rhodes University in 2020. And in 2022, I joined as an academic. This by far is the only institution I know who offers free short courses. In these short courses, you get certificates. One of the short courses, which I really loved, is on African feminist methodologies. That is going to start next week. You don't need to be using African feminist methodology in order to do the short course. It doesn't discriminate. Some of the short courses do say you must be from honors or NQF level 9 or 8, but in most it starts from NQF level 8. You do the short courses online, you submit the assessments, you get a certificate. You can put that certificate as a supporting document when you're applying for a job. A lot of people often complain that when you're doing your postgrad and then you apply for a job, they say, but you don't have experience. Imagine if you continue collecting these certificates. We have introduction to R, we have a short course on how to publish, and outside of that short course, in actual fact, when it ends, you can have an article for publication with the assistance of the facilitator. These short courses are not open to anyone that is not registered at Rhodes University. So it's a good space and a good opportunity to add onto your CV. One thing that we want to start out, again, is writing circles. In the icebreaker that we had now, we spoke about bingo. And one of the questions was, have you ever been part of a research community? This is what we are trying to do. Writing circles communication is going to be done from our office from next week. So next week, we're going to issue out a call for people who want to join writing circles. So what we do is that we group people based on their faculties and departments. In these writing circles, there's another opportunity again to add into your CV. We actually ask if you would like to be a coordinator for the writing circle. A coordinator does the admin of where your group is meeting up, who is presenting for that week, or how you are going to be writing if the other time that you are meeting, you're only going to be writing. So you coordinate the space you're going to be meeting at, and so forth and so forth. That is admin experience. That is coordination experience. And in turn, you get to do your own research during that meetup. So we're going to issue that. It is very important. And those writing groups are important for support because it is very easy to actually go through a research journey alone and be lonely in it. I know I wouldn't have been here on my PhD if it wasn't for the postgrad group that I'm part of, which is the Social Justice and Quality Group. I'm lucky because I do not know Rhodes University. I only met Rhodes University in 2020 online during COVID. So communities are very important. But what we are going to be working with you is a non-accredited short course, which is called the Postgraduate Orientation Program that we are launching today. This course is important to familiarize new postgraduate students, as well as their supervisors, with the essential tools that are required for their research journey. There's a lot of research on the importance of postgraduate orientation, and some work by Thomas indicates that postgraduate orientation programs should be informative and assist students to make a transition from an undergrad to a postgrad status. Some of you will be submitting assignments in honors, but also you are also required to do a research project, right? In fact, if you are starting out, surely you don't even know what a research question is, and that is okay. PhD level, I bought a book that tells me how to write a dissertation. So there are a lot of things and a lot of terms that you need to understand: theoretical framework, methodology, decolonizing research. There's a lot of confusion you're going to be meeting with. And it is very important to understand that it is the necessary transition, even from master's to PhD, because the requirements are not the same in terms of what is expected. So this course is a 3 weeks unaccredited course, which will serve as a facilitator to accelerate the process of postgrad students to familiarize themselves with the RU surroundings and also with the expectations of doing postgrad. 30 seconds. So these are the workshops that we will be having. These workshops will be communicated on our mailing list, which is, if you want to be added onto the mailing list, you need to email cpgs@ru.ac.za. So today we did Hey Postgrad. On Wednesday, very important workshop, which is how to manage your supervisor. Spending my 5 seconds that is left, how to manage your supervisor is actually about a supervision agreement. An agreement that you and your supervisor have to sign. Why is it necessary for you to sign this agreement? On Wednesday, we're going to show you 21 questions that you can ask your supervisor and 21 questions that your supervisor can ask you back. It is to ensure accountability. It is to ensure professional communication. There are supervisors who want to WhatsApp with their students. There are students who assume supervisors want to WhatsApp with them. So it is important to lay down the ground rules of this relationship that is important for you to progress with your research. Turnaround time for feedback, submission dates, meetings, so that you hold your supervisor accountable. We also have how to analyze a journal article and dissect it, which is very important for you to engage with. Because my time is up, we have a very strict timekeeper. I think that is it for now. And now we will take questions. Okay. So the person from the health center is here. So before we take questions, I think we're going to give over to them to do the presentation. Immediately after, we're going to be taking questions. Please feel free to ask anything. And if we are unable to respond to your questions, we can later on send an email with the responses. Over to you.
Thank you. Very nice song. Okay, I just heard that I have 10 minutes. It's very short. I don't think I'll need all that time. I'm Guduleko Mxalisa. I am a nurse at the healthcare center. We have a clinic here located just past you. When you just before the boom gate, so on your left, we have that clinic located there. And I'm just here just to briefly give a summary of the services that we are offering at the healthcare center. We have a complement of 4 nurses. We are open from 8 o'clock until 4:30 or during the week. And during the weekend, we close at 1 o'clock. So we work from 8 until 1 during the weekends. The services that we, as I said, we have a complement of 4 nurses. And we have a doctor that comes in every day for 1 hour. So you are booked by us, and then you'll see the doctor depending on your booking. We're using a booking system in order for you to come into the clinic to be seen by one of the sisters. We have a booking system on Rhodes that is available that you can use. The services that we are offer, we do, just before I forget, we do charge for the session for the doctor on your school account. So we charge you a fee of around 350, but the services that are offered by the nurses, they are all free, so that's free of charge. So you only get that charge. And then the services that we offer, it's the basic services that we do expect from any clinic. Talking about any minor ailments that you might have, that will be your flu, UTI, STI treatment, clinic. And then we also offer, if you are on any chronic medication, we do assistance in terms of retrieving your treatment and coming through for your checkups. Also, We also do in terms of if you have any like chickenpox, your infectious diseases that you can spread in terms of being in contact with other students, we do isolate that person for a few days at the healthcare center. So we do have admissions, we do admit, but it's not very easy in that regard. And also we do work with Settlers Hospital. If there's something that we need in terms of going to hospital, there is the hospital Gerstown. It's called the Settlers. In terms of psychiatric assistance, we also offer in terms of we have a psychiatric hospital which is Port England. In terms of getting your medication and if you need assistance in that regard. Also contraceptive care, we do offer contraceptive care. You come in, you book a session, and then we will go through the different types of contraceptive in terms of what are you choosing, oral contraceptive, in terms of injectables and others. And also if you, let's say you had a surgery or a minor operation that you have, you can come through to us. We can assist you in terms of if you have any wounds, in terms of post-surgical care, if you go in that space. Also, HIV medication and COVID testing we are offering. Also, medical checkups might need. There is some services that we charge for, which would be, as I said, the session with the doctor, pregnancy tests, vitamin injections, and crash and renting. We do rent out. If you have cement, we do rent out crashes. Yes, I think I'm finished with that, and I will be able to take questions that you and clarity, obviously. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have heard they do have contraceptives. I have noted as well. So now it's time for Q&A, questions, comments to any of the people that presented today. We are opening up to that. Ms. Biloban. Okay, I see there's a hand there.
In terms of when you try to go book an appointment and getting your appointment verified or something like that, right? It kind of like takes a while to get your appointment. Is there anything that can be done to kind of like speed up the process or something?
Okay, we're gonna take two more and then we're gonna take it back to the presenters. There was a hand here. Yes.
I was going to ask how much of the screening engagements at the HCP are they cash or do they put it on the student account?
And then the last one for this round.
Because sometimes we go there trying to find out age, sometimes we think that some medical emergencies are pre-planned. You go there 1st of January, it's pre-booked for 3 months.
Yeah.
So if you go there, February, it's not booked for the year. So how does the booking system work? Especially for us guys, people out there, because the age come after 2 months.
Okay, we're gonna take it back to the speakers, but as I was listening to the presentation by Doc, I actually remembered that in actual fact, for the people who are online, they do offer the services for the people who are online. I remember I actually started my therapy using the student center here. And it's an online session. You go to Zoom and then or go and then you will switch on or off your camera. Very, very useful to attend therapy, guys, in Postgrad. I'll give over to the speakers to respond.
Thank you for the question. Sorry. The question was on a delay of counseling sessions. What can be done? What you can do is you can either come to the counseling center or follow up on your session. So there shouldn't be a delay more than 2 weeks. So if there's a delay, ask for an emergency session because that you've waited too long, your situation have, deteriorated or escalated. So always follow up. Don't just leave it like that.
Okay, thank you for the questions. On the vitamin injection, it's 70 rand. On the doctor's consultation, is 350 rand. On the pregnancy test, I also think it's 70. I'm not sure, but the prices did change, so might just be off by a few rands. And then on the booking, okay, the booking never opens for 3 months or 1 year. It only opens for 1 week. So it opens from the Sunday, from the Monday to the Sunday. So it's always opens for about 7 days at a time. So you can book within that 7 days. Otherwise, if you, let's say maybe you need like a certain, as some people have said, they have emergencies. We do attend to emergencies, but your might change, might not be the same, might not be the same. So people do come in. We do have a receptionist that has been there for quite some time, so she knows what can be. But obviously, if your problem that you feel that you cannot wait, we always try and do manual bookings, because even though we are having bookings online, but we do accommodate manual bookings. I think the other question was, oh, the booking system. I think I will explain. I'm not sure if I missed something. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're gonna check for questions online. So I am a fallist. I'm not giving you any ideas, but I think petitions are things that can be submitted. And you have a postgrad rep in the SRC for a reason. Because every time when you are having sessions, people complain about the healthcare services in the institution. And I think the postgrad rep has that opportunity to submit a petition. But petitions can be submitted peacefully to show the needs of postgraduate students, because honestly, postgraduate students are the most broke people ever in the institution. They don't have money and funding is actually scarce. So having therapy that is easily available to them will actually assist in the high drop-out rates that you actually see. But of course, I know there's issues with capacity as well. And that is not based on the various departments, but the most higher up, my employer has to know about these issues. Okay, we will open another round of questions. 1, 2, do you have any new hand? 3, okay, we're gonna come to you. Okay, number 1.
Let's go to so what for them different ways in which your practice or your body can lead to knowledge that can CPTS accumulate those types of factors that uses their body to obtain that uses their practice that uses in other forms to generate.
Thank you. Second person. Where's the second person again? Please.
So medical aid over the 350 that's paid and paid.
Okay. Thank you. And then the last one for this round.
Hi, everyone. Yes, you mentioned about the rights that develop the what's the yeah, how would you say it?
Okay. So, the workshops at CPGS and short courses, they are actually things that you plan for a year before. In each and every workshop, just like this one, at the end, we usually do an evaluation to see if there are any suggestions from postgrad of some of the workshops that they actually really need. So what we do is that we do workshops for any other average researcher, for example, data collection and stuff. And if you attend data collection for that type of methodology, for example, you can actually request or ask questions in that facilitator to see if they can be able to respond. If the engagement doesn't suit your research, then you can submit an evaluation to suggest some of the workshops that have to be done. In actual fact, this year, there are workshops that we included from students' evaluations that have said that in actual fact, we would like to see a workshop on decolonial readings, which is something that most humanities, particularly students, have, and a complaint from sciences that we do not have much of the natural sciences workshops. We always have social sciences, so we have included those workshops. So we are always open for suggestions. And even suggesting the best facilitator for your work, we will find that person and they will facilitate that workshop for you and any other postgrad that needs it. When it comes to the writing retreats, the criteria is first come, first serve. We don't even, so there's not even a place where you motivate why you need to attend a writing retreat. Everyone needs a writing retreat. But in that first come, first serve, there are people who are very quick to open CPGS emails, and they are always number 2. So in order for us not to take the same person to the writing retreats all the time, we print out the registers of previous writing retreats, and then we take those people out, so as to make space for new people. The criteria for 21 is the criteria that our funder has given us. So to fund a writing retreat to Asiphe, you pay for transport, you get food there and accommodation. It costs about 100,000 just for that 25. And you pay facilitators 30,000 to facilitate. If it's a student, it is somewhere around 4.5. That is really actually being transparent and open about the writing retreat, because I know it's a huge thing, it's a huge conflict now in our office from students who come to our offices demanding a space in the writing retreat. We also have an issue of people who sign up for writing retreats, we accept them and they don't show up. And that means you have taken a space for the 8 others that you have rejected. So what we do is that we pay for the financing of your space in that writing retreat, and it goes to your student account. And we then blacklist you in our list so that you never attend any of the writing retreat for some time. That's the only way we're going to ensure accountability. But for anyone who cancels via email with a very valid reason, we usually don't include that in the accounts, and we understand these things happen. And you do not cancel and put someone in, you don't have power to do that. We actually take from our already existing list to cover that. And then the question is, does medical aid cover the doctors? So good cash in that. So the response is, it's charged on the student account. So if you want to go for a doctor that accepts medical aid, I think Google is going to be your best option. I know there are many practices that does that. We will take one last round. And then we will check online for that round. C'est live, give it on social media. Okay, so we're gonna check online if we have any questions. Okay. So Online? Are we going to get a copy of the recording? Yes. So in each workshop that you will be attending, because you are registered, I always email the recording to everyone who is registered on Zoom. So my advice would be, even if the workshop is done hybrid, always register for the Zoom link. Because what we do is that we copy everyone that is registered on the Zoom link and send that recording to. But we post all of our workshops on YouTube. So there's always going to be workshops that we've done, I think from 5 years ago, 3 years ago, the other day. So even this one, by Friday, it will be available on YouTube for you to catch up. Please make sure that you have self-enrolled in our RU Connect page for the postgrad orientation program. There are videos and a lot of material that is there for you to engage in order to orientate yourself into research. And there's also forum posts for you to ask us any question that you can come across. This course will be open throughout the year, and the recording links will be posted in each and every week. So for week 1, this one is going to be there for you to go back to if you want to refresh yourself. Can you please have some more info on postgraduate funding? I've sent 3 emails and don't get reply from PG funding. We do not have someone that's representing PG funding, but we often get this confusion. It's not a bad idea from postgrad students who actually assume that the center handles funding. So we don't handle funding, the research office does. And I believe there's someone to contact there. However, there's like a shift of business. So the person that has sent this email, if you can email me, then I'm going to forward it to someone who can assist in terms of postgrad funding. But what you do at CPGS is that we advertise postgrad opportunities in our mailing list as we are receiving them from the research office. I know there's one right now that's taking place on the 6th, which is on Wednesday, on an exchange, Fulbright exchange program. So do attend that session to see opportunities to exchange and go and do your research in an officer's institution. 2 questions from the floor. We have 1. Do we have another question? Okay, let's go. Yes.
I want us to do for example, some of us in these promotions, some cucumbers, they make us say 8 weeks. So if I a PhD candidate, but not represent your master's project, because that one is currently 8, are you allowed to do so? And if so if you present your master's work, you be allowed to go represent the institution nationally.
Okay. So the criteria is for you to be on a PhD level, but not really for you to present PhD work, to present your research. So you present your research interest in the national level. In actual fact, this year, we were represented internationally. So there's like this one, which is local, the national one, and then there's an international one. There's a postdoc that is now working in UJ. So when she won the PhD, when she won the PhD 3-minute thesis year, she was doing her final PhD. So now she got appointed to then go and represent South Africa nationally for the 3-minute thesis. And she presented not the postdoc work, but actually the PhD work. So it's about sharing your research, basically. And you also won't get time in 3 minutes to say, I will be presenting my master's thesis. I'm doing 3 minutes. You must chop. What is your research about? What do you want people to take from that research as well? Do you have any last minute questions? Yes. So the workshop on writing an article is not in this program of orientation, but we do have a workshop on how to read a journal article. However, there's a short course that's coming around September. This short course is on that in terms of how to write a journal article. So in there, we get a facilitator that writes your draft article with you, gives feedback on that draft article with you, or actually assist you in a journey of you starting a new journal article, where to publish and how to publish. On the 12th of Feb to the 15th of Feb, we actually had a writing retreat on journal, on writing for publication. And in there, we had workshops about how to structure a journal article, how to craft an argument, and where to actually look for publications. And something that I took from that writing retreat, if I can get your attention for the last time, something that I actually realized from the workshop that Suma can actually did in the writing retreat is that to know where to publish your article, you don't need to wait for a call for publication. There are people who are keeping articles in their computers because they think they don't know where to publish that work. Sue said, you'll need to look at your list of references to see where your people have published. Remember, your references are from your field. You then go and Google Sage Journal. In Sage, in most cases, journals do not have calls. You submit your journal for publication. You need to look for those. Be careful of the journals that you receive from Dubai mostly. That says, we have chosen you to submit a journal article. Those are bogus journal articles. For you to know where to publish, check your list of references. They will tell you where to publish. And if you want to actually go and watch a workshop on journal articles, because we don't have one as yet, our YouTube has a recording on it. If you are applying for errors, if you are applying for to go and conduct your data on the field, there's a YouTube recording already that will take you through that application process. So that's what is nice about having the workshops transferred to YouTube. Okay, I think we do not have any other questions. So my job for now is to ask you to scan this, to give us an evaluation on this workshop and any other workshops that CPGS has. The last item for today is closing remarks. In closing, today was the launch of the Postgrad Orientation Program. This program is going to be a 3-week program. You self-enroll to be part of the RU Connect communication. In the RU Connect page, if you can self-enroll now using the link that is in your email, you will land in a page that has got 4 columns. The first one is what is Postgraduate Studies. When you click here, you're going to find workshop 1 that has a link for today, workshop 2 that has a link for Wednesday, and short videos that are going to be useful for you to learn about postgraduate studies. Same applies when you click to week 2 and week 3. What I would advise is that if you are going to be attending, and all of the workshops that are coming up are online, after you have self-enrolled, click on all the workshops to register to attend, so that you actually have it on your calendar that every Wednesdays and Thursdays, I am attending CPGS workshops. We since moved our workshops from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. because of the evaluations. There it goes again. People had indicated that their availability is only around from 4 to 4:30 or 1 to 2. So the workshops that are on Thursdays are always from 1 to 2 p.m. And the workshops that are on Wednesdays are always from 4 to 5:30. We send out communication every Mondays. And if you know by now, if you receive my emails, it is the beautiful start to your week. I have my own signature greetings, and I usually send them on Mondays very early around 8 to give you the registration link again and tell you what's taking place that week. Read the whole email. It's not because I'm lazy, but I'm thinking, if I send you 5 emails, you're going to be bored seeing my name. So I send one email that gives you all the workshops for that week and also a short course that you must sign up for. Because people don't read emails, they actually don't get to see the other information that is there. And I give you as much information for you to understand what you are getting yourself to. So that communication will be done. To be part of our mailing list, email cpgs@ru.ac.za. Now, there's a lot of postgrads who don't know where CPGS is. And I know it's because of signages. So in isiXhosa, they say it's like the name where we are. So apparently there's a big vision from the institution to put us somewhere. But for now, we are at GLT building. So it's just, I don't know, BLT or GLT. So GLT, when you check the signage, it has Chatham, but in actual fact, it's CPGS. Please try by all means to email us if you'd like to come to our office to ask any questions about postgrad. And I hope after Wednesday, we're not going to be getting emails about supervisors who are fighting with their students because you would have signed a contract. It is a postgrad in charge of that one for accountability in terms of the submissions, in terms of the deadlines, in terms of communication, and in terms of your work in general. Remember, I always say, this is my closing. When you are doing your postgrad degree, your supervisor is your passenger princess. You are the driver. This is why the topic is how to manage your supervisor. If you let your supervisor drive the car, they will drive it professionally because remember, you only have a learner's license. So that time, they will push you into their own angle of research because you haven't learned to, one, do the postgrad contract, two, to understand that feedback is not corrections. We left corrections in high school. Is lookies. Feedback is for you to actually negotiate with your supervisor. Remember, this brilliant topic came with you, and that means you've done your research. And even professors, I mean, Doc can tell you, you have your own research angle. You are not an expert in everything. So your topic, you are the expert of your topic. Your supervisor is there for guidance. And from my side, I would like to thank all of you guys for attending and to tell you some good news that we have I almost said edibles. We have eatable. We have eatable outside for you to enjoy and nibble from. See you on Wednesday.